Shout out to Tyler Horsham. He's listening down in Carterville, Illinois, back at John A. Logan, where I went and played baseball. He's checking it out, and also the boys on Galena Street checking into the Railers on a Saturday night.
We need Tyler to come up and hit one of those threes that he usually would start the game with. Jacksonville starting with the basketball. Ball tipped into the backcourt, so Jacksonville will retrieve. Jacksonville moving to the basket right in front of us here courtside at the Prairie Capitol. They dump at high post down on the baseline. Peak goes up against block. Nice job by Gavin stepping in. Over to White on the right side.
Jacksonville's been really patient against this Railer 1-2-2. You know, they've shown in the past where they've been able to, or they've gotten in a hurry, but Coach Taylor knows what he's doing against this 1-2-2. Longtime Shelbyville coach, won a state championship at Shelbyville, and then went over to Quincy for I think 11, 12 years, and he's seen this Railer defense before.
Tipped out of bounds, right almost into the
Joe.
Joe was under the table. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen him move that fast.
Joe on the go with the tip away, so it doesn't hurt press row. So.
But now he wants a free food for it. Minute gone by here in the third quarter. Three on the way. That's going to be up and good. That is James White.
Yeah, just the way the Railer, or just the way they started the game. James White with another three, and he's been probably their most consistent shooter so far.
18-16. Ebelair tried to penetrate the lane, but had to kick it back out. Hop down the corner to Ebelair. Peyton's going to go baseline. Nice move. Kick back out, though. And again, that's where we saw back up at Lincoln, where Peyton started to try and kick it out to the shooters, but then turned by going to the basket. And that time he was looking for Gavin in the corner, just couldn't get it there.
Yeah, it just looks like there's a lot of lanes for the Railer guards to get to penetration, and we haven't even really attempted it yet. Gavin's
going to drive in, pull up from 15, off the back of the rim, no good. All White under the backboard as Jacksonville comes away with the rebound. 6:10 to go in the third quarter. Crimson's with an 18-16 lead. Right down the lane, bounces baseline jumper for McComb, up and good. Easy penetration by the guard. McComb wide open, hit a little, 13, 14 footer, and it's now a 4-point lead for Jacksonville.
Yeah, they've been able to hit shots when they needed to, and the Railers have not found the range yet.
Perry's three left it way short. Hop down there, trying to get the rebound. Ball squirts out. Gavin kicks it back out to Will Cook. Ebelair thought about the three, didn't take it. Back to Hop. Spacing a little bit of an issue for the Railers. Will fires a long three. Connects.
And to credit Hoppy for staying with it. Credit Gavin for going to the floor and tipping it out. And finally we get it over to Cook, and he spots it up for a big-time three for the Railers. Needed that one for sure, Jeff. They were on a 5-0 run, I believe.
Will leads the way with 9 for the Railers. Nice move up and under, and that blocking foul. And I believe, if I've got my numbers right, I think that's going to be number 3 on Gavin. And you hear the PA announcer here at Prairie Capitol. So with 5:19 to go, Railers senior Gavin Block has picked up his third. Free throw on the way, left it way short. That was Hayes, so he'll have another one. Now this is where the coaching becomes fun.
Yeah.
When do you do whatever you're going to do?
Well, and how aggressive can Gavin be, and all the other little things that go with it. You're at a pivotal point in the game. Gavin picks up his fourth. He's sitting for a while.
Number 13, Garrett Isles.
Garrett Isles checks in, and he replaces Jordan Perry. So 5:19 to go. Gavin Block, Peyton Ebelair, Garrett Isles, Aaron Hop, Will Cook. And it sounds strange, but right now, so far tonight, Josh, it looks like Will is really the only one who's looked comfortable looking for the shot. They try to get it underneath, the ball tipped away.
Yeah, that time they had Hop wide open too, and kind of got deflected a little bit, and then Hop couldn't grab it.
5 minutes to go. Third quarter. Long three, left it way short, ball on the ground, and there's Hop, and they're going to get Hop for a travel. And I think what happened, Josh, is Hop tried to pick it up, lost his balance a little bit. Steps, another turnover.
Yeah, and he was getting, there was some contact there as he was coming away with that rebound too. That wasn't either seen or called by one of the two, but
almost stolen by Will Cook on the inbounds. 21-19, 4:40 left in the third quarter. Hayes and White playing catch, top of the key. Far side to White, now to Peak, down on the baseline. McCombs looking underneath, ball tipped away, and it just seems like the spots we're used to seeing the Railer defense keep the ball from getting so easily, Jacksonville's having no difficulty doing that today.
Yeah, they've done a good job of moving it too, and that's a big three in the corner.
Brady Hayes, three in the corner, and that came from an out-of-bounds play that the defense left him open. Will Cook tries to answer with a three. That's no good, and Brady Hayes the rebound. 4:15 to go in the third. The Railers trail by 5, 24-19. Dugan over to White. And you know, one of the other things we've seen early on is that Jacksonville's very capable and willing to run 45, 50 seconds off the clock. You start letting them play with a lead that's, 5, then maybe to 7, then things could get dangerous as White's three up and good.
Yeah, there's no question. They're getting on the baseline where the Railers want to get it to on their offense, and they're kicking out, and their guys are lining up and getting ready to shoot. Where we haven't been able to knock them down, and they have.
Ebler drives in, kicks in the corner. Will Cook three. That one's left short. Fighting for the rebound. Ball coming out of there. It's Ebler with it for the Railers. Tried to kick it back out to Isles, and his pass was tipped away and stolen by Jacksonville.
Yeah, just not a lot of go right now for the Railers. Definitely the momentum is all on the Crimson side.
At this point, Josh, we know Coach Alexander doesn't like to use them, but a Jacksonville score here, do you think about a timeout?
No question about it. You give them one more possession. If the Railers don't stop them here, you've got to get a regroup now. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the third.
27-19, an 8-point advantage. High post Peak turns on the way, won't go down, but he's fouled by Garrett Isles, and Peak will go to the line shooting two, and I think that was a case where Garrett was just in the wrong place at the wrong time and bumped into Peak. But Peak's been held scoreless, but for Jacksonville, it's been the three-point shooting that's really hurt the Railers.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been, especially here in the fourth quarter or the third quarter, they've been shooting it well from the perimeter.
23, Joe Brandon coming in for
Isles out. Bowers will check back in.
Isaiah Bowers coming in for Lincoln.
28-19. Jacksonville looking to go up by double figures here if they can hit this free throw with 3:04 to go in the third.
Well, and it's been all threes for the Railers too. All three-point attempts this half. The Railers have not tried to get to the basket. They have not tried to get anything but a three. And when you're not shooting, Jeff, we've noticed this in several years of doing this. It can add up in a hurry if you're not making them.
2:50 to go. Third quarter, Railer deficit is 9. Need to start hitting some shots, any shots. They tried to get it to Bowers. Bowers couldn't hang on to it. It was tipped away. Another turnover by the Railers. Into the front court, they've got numbers. Bounce over to Hayes. He looks to go baseline, goes up strong, contact, no call. And boy, that was a break for the Railers because there was lots of contact. Railers run the other way. Cook spins in the lane, and they're going to get a foul called down on Jacksonville. And Josh, I got to tell you, we bleed the red and the green, but I'm not sure how Hoppy didn't get called for a foul on this one playing down here. Oh, they got Will for the foul down here. Not sure what happened down here, but they picked up the foul for Will.
Move, and they called a charge on Cook or something.
Number 5, Aaron Hopp.
And now Aaron Hopp has picked up his first, team's fourth. So with about 2:20 in the third quarter, Railer fouls are starting to pick up, and the questions are starting to pick up as well as to what's happened.
Yeah, we don't have any answers either.
The Railers have extended the double team, and then a timeout called by Coach Taylor.
It's a full timeout.
They're taking time. We'll take it with them. 2:10 to go here in the third quarter. Lincoln down 28-19. Back in 30 seconds with Lincoln. Railer basketball. Hair Salon, Eaton Corporation, Reps Gym, and Stacy's Family Pharmacy. Some of the sponsors bringing you Railer basketball. And things, Josh, not going real well for the Railers right now. You take a look at the clock. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third quarter, and we sit with the Railers having made just 5 baskets on the night.
Wow. Yeah, it's been a struggle really from the start. Other than Will Cook's three to start the game, we have not played any aggressive offense at all.
Another three up and good for Brady Hayes. It's now a 31-19 advantage. Jacksonville on a 16-3 run. Aaron Hopp, 12-footer, left it short. Rebound down to Jacksonville. Gavin steals it away. He goes up strong, and he's going to go to the line shooting 2. Gavin reached in, trying to make something happen for this Railer team, and the senior will go to the line shooting 2 as the foul is whistled on Dugan.
Well, it's something that Gavin went to the offensive boards, and they really just ripped it away from the Jacksonville player, so maybe it's something that Gavin can get going here with 2 free throws, but he has struggled from the line also tonight.
First one on the way. That one's up and good.
Looks like a lot of our shots have been short. Have you noticed that, Jeff? That time Hop is a really good shooter from about 10 feet on the baseline, and that was way short, almost an air ball. And a lot of our threes have been short.
Gavin rattles them both in. See if the Railers can start a little bit of run here as we end the third quarter. Minute 40 to go. Railers trail, but now just 10, 31-21. Gavin with 7. And then a foul is going to be whistled on the far side. And I think they're going to get that on Peyton Ebelair.
Yeah, she said the foul's starting to rack up too. 5 personal fouls on the Railers, just 1 on the Crimsons.
Trying to stay out of that double team. He doesn't want to cross the timeline. Does a nice job of backing out of it. And again, a lot of youth as it's tipped away. Nice job by Bowers. Again, youth for the Railers, but a lot of youth on the court for Jacksonville, and they are doing pretty well against this veteran Railer team.
They're really good. 10 James White and also 11 Hayes have really carried them offensively.
18-footer, left it short. Gavin tries to get the rebound. He does. Gets it out to Aaron Hop. Down court for the easy 2.
Yeah, we need to get it going. Get it going. A big rebound by Gavin and a nice leak out by Hop, and that was 2 quick ones.
We approach a minute. They get it to Peak. Knocked away. Nice job by Ebelair. And so in the past couple possessions, up and down, the Railers seem like they've picked up a little bit of energy. Gavin trying to get his teammates energized. 1:04 to go. The Railers down in the third quarter.
Well, yeah, we hope that gets Gavin energized too. It's just not a Gavin blocked night tonight so far. Just not even the shot attempts.
Jumper from the corner is no good. Really a bad shot. And 3 Crimsons around Peyton Ebelair, who grabbed the rebound. And a foul is going to be whistled on Jacksonville. So that one's going to go against Hayes. That'll be his first.
His first, second team foul.
But yeah, if you were to take a look and say, well, how are the Railers doing? Well, I can tell you that Gavin has 1 basket through the third quarter. You would go, uh-oh.
Yeah, and we were closely approaching time, but a big leak out for Hop, and now we're right back in this 8 points down. If we can get a good basket here.
Oh, stolen away from Will. Numbers for Jacksonville ahead. White, the layup, good. 8 in the quarter, 11 in the game for White. And with 17 seconds to go, it's back to a 10-point game. Ebelair goes right down, strong contact, no call. Missed the layup, and Jacksonville will have a chance as we come close. Nope, Gavin with the steal, tiptoes the sideline, pulls up, 3 on the way, 3 good.
Oh, that was a big steal and a big 3 by the senior as the quarter's going to expire here, Jeff. A huge play by the senior to get us back to 7.
End of 3, it is Jacksonville on top, 33-26. Back with the fourth in a minute. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Lincoln the basketball. Down by 7, 33-26. On the floor, Hop, Ebelair, Block, Cook, Bowers. The freshman with it in the right corner. Back out to Hop. Gavin, bounce over to Ebelair in the corner to Cook. Gavin right down the lane. Little floater is good.
Gavin's got to continue to go the hole. Gavin, it's got to be your time. 21 points a game. Our senior All-Stater's got to put his Railer team on his back and say, boys, let's get it going. And here lately he has.
Peak, nice block by the freshman. Bowers reaches up, good defense. Gavin crisscrosses across the timeline. Gavin gets it back, 3 on the way. That's no good.
Good
Tipped
job,
out by Bowers.
Isaiah.
Gavin goes in, back out to Bowers. 15-footer, back rim, no. Hop tried to get it. Ebelair backs it out, and the Railers will reset.
Good job by Bowers of keeping that ball alive on the offensive. Didn't get the rebound, but he had a good tip out and kept that possession alive. Railers got to get their offense in shooting range. We're about 3 feet behind even the three-point line, and that's not this guy's comfort zone.
Will in the corner. Come on, Cook 3. That's no good. Ebelair tried to go for the rebound, tracked it down. Ball last touch by Jacksonville. So 6:39 to go, Josh, the first minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Lots and lots of more energy from the Railers. Maybe a carryover from Gavin Steele and 3 at the end of the third.
Well, something you expect from the time you tip it. We just didn't have that energy tonight, and I think that's one thing the coach is going to really have to concentrate on this team is bringing it every night. You can't just throw the shoes on and go out every night. We're not talented enough to go out and play 70% and win.
6:39 to go. Cook inbounds. Gets it back from Hop. Now over to Aaron. Top of the key. Gavin fires a 3. Hits again.
Baby. Now the Railers starting to move it. They're starting to find Gavin. Gavin looking a little more assertive, like the All-Stater should.
6.5 to go. The Railers have cut it to 2. 33-31. White. Right side. High arcing 3. Ebler did a nice job challenging it, caused him to change his shot. Railers look to tie or maybe take the lead. Hop down the lane, kicked it back out, ball loose. Over to Ebler. Peyton thought about 3, didn't take it. 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Hop back out to Gavin. Gavin drives in. Cook right side. Railers will get everything reset.
Kind of reset it. Doesn't have to be a 3, guys. Plenty of time here. Down just 2 points. Gavin kind of moving. He's kind of found his rhythm a little bit. Wants to get set up here at the top of the key again.
Ebler hands back to Gavin. A long 3. He got hit. No call. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up by Jacksonville. Skips it down court right in front of us. Peak over to Dugan. Dugan with the layup. That's no good. Gavin high for the rebound. Gavin looks to run out. Did he throw it short? Nope. Hop got it. Hop to Bowers. Bowers kicked back out. Cook. A lot of chaos out there. Railers need to just settle down, and then a foul. Nope, a kick's going to be whistled. So, again, the Railers have done a nice job, Josh, getting back into this with 5:18 to go, but it almost seems like their possessions are, there's 18 seconds to go, not 5:18.
You're right. Yeah, we're starting to play a little bit quicker, and when the momentum starts to get back, you want to score quickly. You're starting to feel good about yourself. You start to play a little bit quick, too fast, and this Railer team, especially in the half court, isn't built to play real fast in half court. So they've got to slow down, get to your spots where you're supposed to be on your zone offense, and
they get it to Cook, right side 3. Railers take the lead.
And what happened, Jeff? We threw it into Hop. Hop got it out. He's a great passer from inside. He got it to the free throw line, passed it out to Cook, inside out against the zone, and we shoot the ball pretty well.
Down court, no good. Peak the rebound, goes up, ball comes flying out of there, and I think they're going to get Ebler with the foul. And are they going to say Peak was shooting? I think they are. And Peak will go to the line shooting 2, but a big shot by Will Cook. 15-2 run of their own to take a 1-point lead at 34-33. Peak 1 of 2 from the line so far tonight. First one on the way. That one will go good, and we are tied.
Yeah, different rotation for Peak, almost different fundamentally, and not exactly how you teach it, but he's 2 for 3 so far tonight.
4:50 to go. Lincoln IGA, Big R, Bright Idea Screen Printing, and Timbercrest Veterinary Services enjoying this one along with all of Railer Nation, as are we. Tied at 34. Peak's free throw up and good. Jacksonville back in the lead, 35-34.
Another good possession here, Railers. Just because you go down 1 doesn't mean you have to force things. Keep the offense going. Keep the offense going through number 22. And good things will happen.
Ebler tried to drive to the basket, had it knocked away, so a turnover gives it back to the Crimsons. And you certainly hope it's not one of those cases, Josh, that the Railers use so much energy to get back into the game that now Jacksonville can start pulling back out. As a jumper from the baseline is going to go up and good for Hayes.
Timeout, Jacksonville.
Timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's just a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here. Josh, the Railers down 37-34. Jacksonville went up by 12 at 31-19. The Railers were able to come back to take the lead back at 34-33. So it took a while for the scoring to get started, and now each team's kind of doing it in bunches, and now the momentum's starting to swing back to Jacksonville. A little surprised, you've got some coaching experience with your team starting to get that momentum back. Surprised at the timeout Coach Taylor took for Jacksonville?
No, I think he just kind of regrouping. He didn't really take one when that Railer run went on, and he maybe didn't see something he liked, or he sees some adjustment that he wants to make on the defense or the offense, whatever it may be. But you see a lot of coaches take a timeout after a score. You know, they've kind of weathered the storm for the Railers. They're still up 3 points now, or they're back up 3 points now. So I think Coach Taylor just finding something that he didn't like, and he wanted to get it fixed before any more time went off.
We approach the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Railers down 37-34 to Jacksonville on the opening night of Central State 8 play. In case it becomes important, alternating possession would go to Jacksonville.
Yeah, this matchup zone almost kind of like a man now. The Railers doing a lot of motion.
Back cut. Gavin off the glass and good on a nice look from Evelair.
Big time play and a big time pass from Evelair. So the Railers now got to find a way to get a stop. They've gotten some easy baskets.
Stolen. Gavin steps into a three, top of the key, in and out, but the rebound comes down to Evelair.
Nice job. Big steal by Gavin and a big rebound by Evelair to keep that possession going.
Peyton, and Peyton's going to be called for steps. That's one thing. I don't know if it's just part of the game plan tonight, but I don't think we've seen Peyton with he's hesitating on his shot, and I don't know if he's looking to pass more, but that's one of the things that he's one of the guys we need to take a couple threes a game to just keep that defense honest.
Right. I think you're hesitating as far as going to the basket too. That time you saw a little hesitation in his mind, and that's what brought on the travel. I didn't see the travel, but that could be of what came about. You know, when you hesitate, you're not aggressive and you're not moving the way you normally are.
Tipped away by Will Cook. 3:07 to go in the contest. A lot of close games here on the opening night of the conference play, and this one's going to be no different. 15-footer on the way, up and good. The first basket of the night for Brannon. That makes it 39-36. 3 minutes left. Evelair holds near the timeline. Left wing to Hop, high post to Gavin. Gavin turns in the lane, kicks back out to Will. Are we tied? Yes. We are.
Nice shooter's touch, a high bounce off the rim, almost hit the clock that has been put up over the bank board now, and some with the shot clock right above it, almost hit that and went in, but we'll take it.
Lincoln takes timeout. We'll take it with them. 2:42 to go in this one, tied at 39. Back in 30 seconds with Lincoln. Rayler Chiropractic Center, 5th Street Food Mart, AAA window, siding, and doors, and Lincoln Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We've got a good one for you here tonight. Don't go away. 2:42 left in this one, tied at 39. Will Cook and Gavin Block. The Railers, Josh, have 13 points in the quarter. They've got them all.
Yeah, you're right. We knew Gavin had to do something here and bring his team back. And be careful too, Jeff. Crimson have been able to get a guy deep here last couple possessions. He's been open, and they guards for Jacksonville haven't found him, but the Railers got to be aware of that.
Jacksonville with the basketball, 2.5 to go. Almost knocked away. They're going to say last touch by the Crimsons. And also important, Josh, if you check the scoreboard, Railers with 16 fouls, so they've got to be a little careful. Jacksonville, only 2 team fouls, so they can be really aggressive.
You're right. They can commit some fouls when they get in an area where they're not comfortable with their defense. So a little bit of an advantage for the Crimsons right now.
2:15 left in this one. They look back door, but they do a nice job of covering it up. Hop, right in front of the Railer bench. Top of the key to Gavin. Gavin flips back to Aaron. Aaron thought about driving the lane, didn't take it. Evelair to Gavin. Gavin kicks back out. Cook in the corner.
Short.
Left it way short. Gavin may have gotten away with a push-off, and then traveling's going to be whistled as Jacksonville's Hayes grabbed the rebound but went to the ground with it, so a turnover. So the Railers starting to catch some breaks. Let's see if we can get the lead.
Yeah, you're right, and a big break right there as Will was way short on the three. Timeout
taken by the Railers as Will could not get it inbounds. 1:58 left at this one, tied at 39. The officials are waiting just a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here. Josh, we take a look at the scoring. Gavin Block with 17, Will Cook with 15, 32 of Lincoln's 39 points. And the way it's been going, you almost figure it's going to be one of those two that's going to put the Railers back on top.
Yeah, you're right. You look to two of your most experienced. They're our leading scorers so far. Gavin into the game at 21 points per game. Will Cook just under 15. So those are going to be the two guys to shoot it. But also look for Peyton Evelair trying to get to the basket and maybe finishing a layup, or also Hop. Hop's kind of that silent assassin that hit some big shots, especially last year in that sophomore team. He's a guy that can make shots. He's a guy that can get to the basket.
Inbound to Gavin. Ebelair curls down the right side, brings it back out on top to Cook. Over to Hop. Gavin thought about going baseline, instead fakes back out and out of Hop.
Yeah, you got a minute 40 on the clock, and you probably could hold it against Jacksonville's defense, as they're really they don't put a lot of pressure on you, but that's a long time to hold the basketball. You got to be really disciplined and really focused mentally to be able to hold the ball for that long.
Minute 20 to go, tied at 39. Over to Bowers in front of the Railer bench.
Now Bowers to hold. His man still in the lane. Bowers out by Coach Alexander on the big floor. And his man not coming out now. Coach Taylor tells his guys to come out. They can afford a foul here. They've got a lot of fouls to give. Just 2 team fouls for Jacksonville. So they can be really aggressive with the Railers here.
And you hear 1 minute to go. You know, I was just thinking, Josh, a long time ago, the Railers had a game at Southeast that was won on a last-second shot by Jacob Harnicke, and Jacob had not taken a shot all night, and he hit a three-pointer to win it at the buzzer. I'm not sure that Peyton has taken a shot all night, so maybe he's our hero tonight.
Yeah, I think he took 1-3 here from the wing and didn't get it to go down. So also look at Jacksonville. They committed that foul way out top here. They're probably going to do it again just to see if they can get a tip away and the refs don't call it or something like that. Again, they can be really aggressive. Just 3 team fouls now for Jacksonville.
35 seconds to go. So it looks like the Railers are going to hold for 1. Down to 30.
Yeah, I got to watch the run and jump.
Will, and a foul's going to be whistled on Peak. That'll be his fourth team foul. And again, smart play by Jacksonville.
Sure.
You know, if you be a little bit aggressive, you get a bump that they don't call, the ball comes loose. You'll take what you can, and now Jordan Perry will check back in. He replaces Bowers. Ball handling?
Ball handling, yeah, no question about it. Just ball handling, a little more experience out on the court. Bowers was part of that big run. I think when he came in is when the Railers kind of put that run together, when Gavin started to go scoring crazy, and Cook was able to knock down a few threes. So good job by the sophomore.
Well, the last time we were in this building with the Railers, it was down to the wire. Why not this one? Ebelair with 17 seconds.
A little more on the line than last time.
Just a tad. Down to 12. Gavin with it, and another foul is going to be whistled on Brannon. That'll be his 4th. They're at 5 team fouls.
Boy, and if you're Coach Al, I think you spread everybody out and give Gavin the ball at the top and let him go to work. He's got 23 Joe Brandon on him, junior at 6'1". I think you give it the ball to the All-Stater and say, bring me home or we're going to overtime.
Well, here we go. Gavin's got it in the backcourt. We're down to 7. Gavin into the front court, working against Brandon. Gavin goes in, flips it up, won't go down. Rebound comes down to Jacksonville, and they take timeout with 1.7 to go. And the officials are going to talk about what might be left on the clock. But Gavin went in strong and did not get it to go down, and the Railers not there for the rebound. So with 1.7 at least on the clock for now, we're tied at 39. And Jacksonville's taken a timeout, and I'm not sure the officials are walking away, so I don't see. They've changed to 3.1.
Holy smokes!
And there's quite a difference between 3.1 and 1.7, but Jacksonville will have it at their own baseline. So with timeouts left, do you think it's a case of where Jacksonville tries to advance it into the front court, take another timeout? But quite a difference between.
Wow, yeah.
That's a lot of dribbles, and I mean, with 3.1.
You can do a lot with 3.1. You can't do a lot with 1.7. You're basically adding another second, so it's that's a long time to put on the clock.
And here's the other thing. You got to be careful with being aggressive. Any foul sends Jacksonville to the line.
Yeah, great point, Jeff. Anytime you go after a pass and you bump a guy going for the steal, you foul him, they go to the line.
Timeout taken by Lincoln. They wanted to see how Jacksonville set up their offense, so the Railers take a timeout. They are signaling 30 and saying full, and then saying 30 and
It's late for the refs, too.
Yeah, we'll keep it here. We want to remind you some of the sponsors for Lincoln Railer basketball include Lincoln College, BB Milling Company, St. Clara's Manor, Future Stars and Impact Studios Cheerleading, and Tumbling, all bringing you this one. And the Railers in a close one, tied at 39, 3.1 seconds to go. Jacksonville with the basketball. And if you're Jacksonville, what is your first pass if you're a coach? Do you try and get it in somebody close, or do you risk throwing one in, free throw line or half court extended, risking an interception and the Railers getting a chance to hit one at the buzzer?
You're right. It's a tough call. You know, I'd like just to get it into just to be able to get it in, you know, and make one of your guards make a play if they can find somebody on a long pass, or if you throw a heave-ho from half court.
So here we go. Brannon to inbound for Jacksonville. Looking, throws it in. It goes through his hands. Ball tipped around, flipped up, and it will fall short, and we will play extra basketball here tonight. At the end of regulation, we are tied at 39. We'll be back with the start of overtime in 60 seconds. You're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball. The overtime period about to get started. The opening tip of the overtime controlled by the Railers. Coach Taylor not happy for Jacksonville, thinking Gavin may have stolen that one on the way up.
That or a bad throw on the tip. Hit it, Poppy.
So a 4-minute overtime period begins here in Springfield. Railers tied at 39. Hop drives to the basket,
baby.
Lays it up and in.
And it was a play for a pick and roll with Gavin, and both guys kind of stuck on Gavin. Hop turned the corner and got all the way in for a big layup for the Railers. Now the Railers need some stops on defense, Jeff.
Railers with the advantage, 41-39. Brannon over to Lonergan. Inside Brannon, 15-foot jumper off no good. High for the rebound. Railers is Will Cook.
Yeah, and also you gotta watch out for White and Hayes. Those have been the two sophomores that have been able to shoot the basketball for the Crimsons. They didn't do much in the fourth quarter, but they are the ones that kept them in the game for a lot of the.
Gavin curled down the lane, and we've got a foul called as one of the Jacksonville players, Brannon, hit the deck, and Gavin will go to the line. He'll be shooting. Nope, that's only their 16th foul, but for Brannon, that is his 5th foul, I believe. They're trying to get the officials' attention that is his 5th foul. And he's not the quickest guy, Josh, but when he's been up against Gavin, he's got a little bit of a bigger body, so it's a little bit more wear on Gavin.
Right. Yeah, you're able when you've got a little bit bigger of a body, you can kind of just keep nudging Gavin out a little bit farther. You know, he can't quite get all the way to the hole. He hits that bigger body and bounces back a little bit. So all in all, I did a pretty good job on him.
3:04 to go in the overtime. Railers on top, 41-39. Bowers back in for the Railers, replacing Jordan Perry. Setting a screen, trying to get it to Gavin.
Yeah, don't force anything here.
Bowers over to Gavin. Oh, by the way, Isaiah, welcome to Central State 8 basketball.
Yeah, especially now at the convention center.
Evelair tried to drive in, not sure if he was looking to pass or shoot. The ball was tipped away and stolen by Jacksonville. Ball loose, and Aaron Hopp comes away with a steal. Aaron looking straight to the basket. He tries to go up strong, had it stripped away. Maybe some contact, and then a foul is going to be whistled on the Railers. So now we're headed the other way. Jacksonville will be shooting free throws.
Foul number 5, Aaron Hopp, his 2nd.
Foul on Aaron Hopp. So quite an exchange. Railers wanting to get the call, didn't. And then down on the other end, Crimsons go to the line, and it'll be Peak.
Yeah, Peak, I think he's 3 of 4 from the line tonight so far, Jeff. So a good free throw shooter for the Crimsons.
Maybe the jinx will work. Nope, that one went down. 41-40. Railers with their 7th team fouls. We said all the fouls from here on out. Jacksonville will be shooting. Second one. It got the roll. As you said, I don't think you're going to see that on any kind of instructional video.
No, but it went in. Now 5 of 6 for Peak, so had a good night from the free throw line.
Tied at 41, 2.5 to go. Gavin at the high post. Gavin tries to make a move, and an offensive foul is going to be whistled on Gavin. They're going to say Gavin cleared out. He's picked up his 4th foul. Gavin walking down court with a little bit of a smile on his face. Boy, with 2:20 to go in overtime, not sure if they're going to make that call, but again, Gavin can't put himself in that position.
Right, yeah, he just didn't have a clean drive at it and kind of tried to bull his way through it, and anymore with these.
Oh, nice spin in the lane, got by the defense, laying it up and in is Dugan. And now Jacksonville takes the lead back as we approach 2 minutes. 2 minutes left. Gavin kicks it back out. Cook for the lead. That's going to be too strong. Gavin high for the rebound. Gavin went up strong, flipped it up, contact, no call. Will the rebound, kicks it out. Hop will fire top of the key three, and no, and in and out. Bowers the rebound.
Yeah, Isaiah with a big rebound. Great job by the Railers of just staying with the rebound. Bowers flies through the middle, grabs it and takes it up. So big rebound by Bowers, and credit some of the other Railers. Will Cook, Gavin Block to also keep it alive. So different tournament. Oh, and they throw it away. Let it go, Hop. Let it go, Hop.
Touched by Jacksonville, so good pressure defense. But we talked about the Railers' offensive rebounding not being there all night, and when they needed it most, rebound after rebound after rebound, and it's the freshman Isaiah Bowers who comes in, gets it off the glass to tie it at 43.
Number 2,
and Jordan Perry will check back in for Bowers, and Coach Al there to greet him with a high five.
Yeah, he likes it. He's not going to give you a lot of points, but Isaiah can do exactly that. It's just be a fly around. Guy that goes after loose balls, a guy that goes after offensive rebounds, and that time he did, and was able to.
Gavin swinging around the corner, 1:15 to go, tied at 43.
Yeah, Gavin now really when he decides to go to the basket, he's really looking to pass. He's scared of the charge call.
Because Gavin's playing with 4. Hop being ridden by Peak. Hop tried to get it in the corner, ball tipped away, and we've seen some of the passes tonight, Josh. They've been kind of soft.
Well, I think we're getting into the middle of the lane, and we got indecision whether we're going to go shoot it or whether we're going to try and pass it out, and we're so much pass first.
Ebelair underneath off the glass and in on the inbound.
We're so much pass first. These guards have been taught and stuff to pass first when they get in the lane and kick out for threes that we're undecisive.
50 seconds to go. Railer lead is 2, 45-43. And now Jacksonville with some real good three-point shooters. Do they hold for a last shot?
Yeah, White, take a turn.
Dugan off the glass. We're tied again. Tied at 45 at 30 seconds to go. How about Gavin hits a 3, we win it and go home?
Yeah, I don't care if it's a 2 or a 3, just something.
20 seconds. Tied at 45. Railers the basketball. Cook backs the dribble near the timeline. Now hands to Ebelair. We're down to 13 seconds. Coach Alexander telling him to wait just a second. Hop is going to drive in. The lane opens up. Kicks it out. Jordan Perry's 3. In and out. No good. Hop tries to get the rebound. Comes down to Peak. They're going to have a chance. Fire it up. And we are going to double overtime. At the end of the first OT, tied at 45. Back in a moment with Lincoln Railer basketball. Prairie Capital Convention Center along with Josh Komnick, Jeff Benjamin with you. Soon it'll be us on Saturday Night Live.
Holy smokes.
Opening tip of the second overtime, controlled by Jacksonville. On the court for the Railers, Aaron Hop, Will Cook, Peyton Ebelair, Gavin Block, and Isaiah Bowers. Gavin playing with 4 fouls. Bowers did a nice job defensively, and he dribbled it off his foot. Good job by Bowers getting in the way, forcing the turnover. The Jacksonville player Lonergan dribbled it off his own foot so quickly. A turnover. Boy, you got to be impressed with the freshman Isaiah Bowers.
Yeah, another great defensive play by Isaiah, and caused the turnover. And the Railers now back on with the ball and hopefully take the lead, and let's seal this thing and go home.
Peyton Ebelair over to Bowers. 3.5 to go. Tied at 45. Second overtime. Cook right in front of Coach Neil Alexander.
I'd like to see Gavin just get on the block and post up Lonergan. Got some size, maybe some strength on him, and just either get something going to the basket or maybe get to the free throw line.
If they could get one on Peak, that'd be nice too, because Peak has 4 fouls. Over to Ebelair. We're down to 3 minutes to go. Gavin backs the dribble out near the timeline. Right side to Bowers, down in the right corner, Ebelair. Railers playing catch around the perimeter, handing off to Peyton.
Both teams got to be tired. 2 overtimes now. Not a lot of subs for the Railers, not a lot of subs for Jacksonville. So who's the more conditioned team? might be a little fresher now and be able to win this thing.
Oh, Gavin with a nice move, spins in the lane, contact, won't go down, but he'll go to the line and he'll be shooting free throws. You know, it's funny, Josh, we talked about Will and Gavin being pretty much the Railer offense through much of the second half. In the overtime period, neither one of them scored.
Yeah, well, there just wasn't a lot of points scored at all. You know, Bowers had the putback, and I think maybe Hop got a layup or something like that, but not a lot of points scored as you get into overtime. Free throws coming up big as Gavin hits the first one, but you know, Jacksonville did a good job every time we kind of got up 2 points, Jeff. They were able to knock it, you know, come back with the 2 points. I don't think there was ever a lead over 2 points.
Gavin's second one, got them both. 19 for the All-Stater.
Yeah, both free throws looked a lot better than his, you know, he gets better as the game goes on in free throws. I'm not sure what the reason, maybe the pressure situation or whatever it may be, but I'd like to see the difference between his free throw percentage in the first half and the second half.
You know, it's interesting. The good three-point shooting that we saw from Jacksonville, the Railer defense was able to come out on them. Never mind. I was going to say they had not had a three in the fourth quarter or the overtime, but White hits a three, and now it is Jacksonville back on top, 48-47. White with 14. 2 minutes to go, halfway through the second overtime. Gavin at the free throw line, kicks back to Bowers, right side to Ebelair. Peyton's going to drive by his defender, slips down, and Hop tried to throw it out to Gavin and instead threw it right off the shoulder of Lonergan. Turnover. Railers give it back to the Crimsons. And a timeout taken by Coach Taylor of Jacksonville with 1:42 to go. Railers down 48-47. It's full. We'll take it with them. Back in 30 seconds with Lincoln. Along with Josh Komnick, Jeff Benjamin with you at the Prairie Capital Convention Center, the Capital City Showcase, a day-long event of basketball that we decided to make a little longer. Second overtime, Josh, the Railers down 48-47. Crimsons have the lead and the ball.
Need a big defensive stop, Jeff, and get out on the shooters. 10. James White just hit one, and also Hayes. The Railers also have to rebound.
Jacksonville gets the basketball in. White across the timeline to Dugan at the top of the key. Again, the Railers with 18 fouls, so they got one foul that would only send Jacksonville to line for one in bonus. Hop and Cook coming for the double team. There it is. Good double team. And then another timeout taken by Jacksonville to save the possession, because you could just slowly see Will and Aaron creeping up, and once they got in that double team, they couldn't get out of it, so they had to use the timeout.
Yeah, and you look for free throw shooters and you try and go back from stats of previous games. Well, you've only had 4 to choose from, and if you're going by tonight, the Crimsons have shot the ball from the free throw line really well. 8 of 10. Johnny Peak, 5 of 6. Brandon McCombs, 2 of 2, and also Brady Hayes, 1 of 2. And you would think that James White, the sophomore, number 10, who just made that 3, you would think he can shoot free throws because he's shot it pretty well from 3. He's 4 of 7 from three-point land. So if you're the Railer coaching staff, when you get to a point, if you need to get to that point, who do you foul?
Minute 25 to go. Hop, Cook, Ebelair, Bowers, and Block on the floor for the Railers. Jacksonville comes out of the timeout with Peak, Lonergan, White, Dugan, and Hayes. Dugan will inbound right in front of us, gets it to Peak. Bowers and Cook trying to take it away, and then a foul is going to be whistled. And what was interesting, Josh, we have the play right in front of us. Oh, just a timeout. So again, another double team in Jacksonville. I can't imagine they've got many timeouts left, because right in front of us, if you're Coach Taylor, you've probably got to tell them, hey, you got to avoid the double team, because they've wasted all their timeouts with the double team.
Well, it kind of looked like if the Railers, if they threw the ball into the main court here on their side, that the Railers were going to trap anywhere it was, and that right now, where they trapped that last time wasn't a trapping spot, but the Railers made it one really quickly. So good job by the Railer defense to make Jacksonville burn that last time out. Well, I think it might be their last time out. They don't show any more on the board anyway.
Well, the PA announcer just said the timeouts remaining on the scoreboard are not correct, but then he didn't tell us how many are left.
It's something you can't change, or what, they can't put them up there, or what?
It's like a match. You can only use it once. You light it and go, hey, this one works, and you put it in your pocket. 1:23 to go. Dugan will inbound right in front of us. looking to inbound, still looking, gets it into Peak. So now the Railers need some good defense. Will Cook, tough defense on Dugan. Dugan's picked up his dribble, back over to Lonergan. 1:15 to go, back to White, almost lost it near the timeline. Lonergan, watched by Ebler, got himself into a double team. To Hayes, goes up strong off the glass, no good, fighting for the rebound. Ball is going to be tipped out, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds off of White. The Railers couldn't grab the rebound, but they did a nice job keeping it alive just enough. White wasn't able to corral it, and the Railers are heading back with the basketball.
Yeah, 48-47 with a minute left, and the Railers need a basket here, Jeff.
Block, hands to Ebler. We're down to 50 seconds to go. Payton brings it far side, left wing to Bowers. High post to Gavin, had it knocked away, and Lonergan picks up the foul. That'll be his first. It'll be bonus time as Gavin will go to the line shooting one and bonus.
Well, if you're a Railer fan, you don't want anybody else going to the line. Gavin, you're returning leading scorer. Your leading scorer this year, All-State from a year ago, and your Division I commit. You're happy with the guy that's on the line if you're a Railer fan.
Need it. Free throw, missed it. And then a foul is going to be whistled on the Railers with 40.2 to go. The foul, I believe, was on Will Cook. That's his second. And you talked about free throw shooting, and with 40.2 to go, Peak, who's 5 of 6 on the night, is there shooting one in bonus.
Right, and the Railers, if they do happen to miss, have to get this rebound. It's a big rebound.
Free throw on the way is good. Still a one-possession game, make or miss, 49-47. Jacksonville with the lead. On the way, spun good. 50-47, Railers trail by 3. Gavin kicks it over in the corner. Bowers to Ebelair. Back on top to Cook. Somebody's going to need to take the shot. Will's 3 was blocked, and it comes down to the hands of Jacksonville and Hop with the foul. And it'll be Jacksonville going back to the line with 24 seconds to go.
Yeah, it looked like Ebelair had a chance to shoot a 3 and passed up on it to give Will a shot at it, and Will's was really highly contested, not a good shot. I thought Ebelair should have stepped up and shot that.
Hayes' free throw is good. 51-47. 24.3 to go. Second one, good again.
Number 2, Jordan Perry coming in for Aiken.
Jacksonville outscored the Railers 7-2 here in the second overtime. 24 seconds to go. Railers down 5. Going to have to get a shot up quick. Ebelair.
Get to the basket. You got plenty of time.
Perry, high post to Gavin. Turn and look. Hop. He's going to drive in. Lane opens up. Gets off the glass. Had it blocked away from behind. No call. And with 13 seconds to go, that may just about do it for the Railers. Ball kicked around. Loose on the court.
How many timeouts do they have?
And then another timeout taken by Jacksonville with 5.1 to go. And this one is going to go in the win column, it looks like, for the Crimsons. Just a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here. And Josh, as we've seen over the years, especially the past 4 or 5, when the Railers give up more than 50, usually it's on the wrong end of the stick, and right now we're looking at 52.
Yeah, this some bad, really, second and third quarter, I think. Jeff, they got hot, and we couldn't find their shooters, and they did a good job of moving the basketball, and I didn't think we attacked like we could. We had guys that can get to the basket, and if we're going to rely on being a three-point shooting team, we're going to have to shoot the ball a lot better than what we're shooting right now. Our guards are quick enough to get to the basket, and right now we're not doing it.
Inbound out to Lonergan. Railers will not foul. Final seconds will tick off with this one. And Jacksonville surprises the Railers on the opening night of Central State 8 play in double overtime. It is Jacksonville 52, Lincoln 47. Railers drop to 4-2. Jacksonville improves to 3-2 on the season. Again, the final score Lincoln falls 52-47 in double overtime. We'll be back with the post-game show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Yeah.
We're joined now on the post-game show by Lincoln coach Neil Alexander. Coach, boy, a tough one here tonight. Double overtime fall to Jacksonville to open the conference season. I know early on in the season like this, one of the things that you're wanting to do is make sure that you get off to a good win for the conference. All these games leading up play into the seeding that we'll see in Collinsville. We talked about it during the broadcast a number of times. Tonight's game felt an awful lot like what we saw against Mahomet back up at Roy S. Anderson.
Yeah, we weren't. I mean, we didn't pressure the silly mistakes. We had 15 turnovers against a team that didn't pressure. And I mean, they were basically unforced turnovers. They didn't come out and force us to do anything bad. We just turned it over. And you don't win many games like that, and you don't win. We had a lead, and we just don't cover shooters and just let them walk up and hit one. And, we didn't play with a lot of energy. And, this team can't do that. You play like tonight, there's not a team in our league we can beat. You saw that today. I mean, there's 10 teams that can play basketball if they're sharp. And there's some that were wild tonight. But, it's a case of, mental preparation. And I don't know. I do know the freshman, Isaiah, had one big rebound down there and a put back, which, I thought he done pretty well for a freshman and playing. He played with some intensity. But we had some guys that just weren't with it, and we have to be with it. There's no excuse other than we have to be prepared to play. And it wasn't one guy. It was a few of them. And, you get an opportunity to get on the floor, you need to take advantage of it.
Well, Coach, and where do you turn to with getting some of those guys with energy? Do you have seniors that are good? We didn't see much from Gavin in the first half. I think 5 shot attempts, 4 points or 5 points or something like that. And finally, we got to turn it on there in the fourth quarter. And I think we used so much energy to get us back to where we should have been before. And we just didn't have a lot left in the tank. But 25 threes taken tonight, and if we don't shoot it any better, we're going to have some guys go to the basket too.
Yeah, they done a nice job defensively. They ran the matchup and things. But, when we got behind, 10 or 12 there in the last part of the third quarter, and, we come up and we pressured, we run the floor and attacked a little better. It made things a lot easier. But, you got to do that a whole game and everything. And, we just didn't we didn't perform. But, give them credit too.
Coach, you talked about some of the things that we saw out there that we weren't happy with. Did you think that once Gavin picked up his 4th foul, when he went to the basket, he was looking more to pass than shoot, afraid to pick up that 5th foul?
Well, he went in there, and they were grabbing and holding him, and all of a sudden he was trying to protect himself, and then he gets the charging call. The officials didn't call a good game, but we didn't play a good game. We made them call a bad game, and, it's part of it. The officials are going to, if there's a good game, they're going to call a good game. If it's sloppy and, doing things, they're going to call it that way. But, I just, our guys didn't perform, and, we got to do it. I mean, we have no choice. We cannot come to the gym and expect to just walk through anybody.
Yeah, Coach, I think you had some of that luxury last year where you had more guys coming off the bench with some experience that were challenging people in practice and challenging people in games for playing time. And you also had that edge, I think, last year, and our guys here pretty quickly have to find that edge, or we're going to be down before we can get back, especially in the conference.
Well, we're going to have a hard time finishing in the upper half. This league's pretty good. It's very athletic, and we just let a team take it to us tonight. We just kind of let them do what they wanted to do, and we had no fight till we were down 12, and then we had a little bit of fight, and then by the time we got the game over, it was. We couldn't finish because we put so much energy in it, getting back into it.
Yeah, exactly. We were talking about that. Why not to fight after the late in the third and into the fourth, starting the game, and in that first half, we're probably looking at a 10, 15-point lead. if we have the same intensity we played with in the fourth, and we get down too far, and you got to, like you said, you got to spend that energy. But as you said, Coach, we've got to play harder and better in the first half.
Yeah, I would like to think that, the kids are probably thinking I'm picking on them or whatever, but I think people can see if we don't play hard, we're going to struggle.
Yeah.
And, we have to execute better than what we did. And, they didn't do anything. We just didn't attack. I mean, we had a rebound go up, and we got guys turning, looking to see if anybody else is going to go get it instead of reacting and going and getting it. And that's not the way you're going to – this team's going to win. This team's got to be all over that ball and not expect somebody else to do it. They got to go get it. It's a bad loss for them. You can't go and win one and then lose one and have a bad loss and learn from it and then win one, turn around and do it again. And, it's maybe we're going to have to start playing some of the freshmen and sophomores in there a little bit to get them off the court if that's the case.
Coach, you talked about how balanced the conference is. All 10 teams here today, 5 conference games. The biggest margin of victory was 5 points.
Yeah, and the way we play tonight, there's not a team we can beat in our league. Not a team. And, I'm just pretty honest. And, but if we play, we can beat them all. But, there's 18 conference games. There's a long way to go. But from being in, 6 games right now, and we're 4-2 and 2 bad ones out of 6, you can't have that. There's no consistency there.
All right, Coach. Well, we will let you go. Tough one here tonight from the Railers, and only one game coming up this week. It's back home at Roy S. Anderson against a team in Rochester that came out and knocked off SHG earlier today.
Yeah, they're big, strong. They got shooters. We'll have a hard time beating them.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go on this one. A tough one here for the Railers. Safe travels back to Lincoln, and we'll see you back home on Friday night.
Okay, thank you.
Railers fall here tonight by a final of 52-47 in double overtime. We'll be back in 1 minute to wrap things up. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Lincoln Railer Basketball on 96.3 WLCN and WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Reps Gym, AAA Windows, Siding and Doors, The Carpet House, Town & Country Bank, Lincoln IGA, Fifth Street Food Mart, Future Stars and Impact Studio Cheerleading and Tumbling, Lincoln Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Rick Ham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Jason Schmidt at Channel Seeds, TCC Verizon Wireless, Timbercrest Veterinary Services, Blades Hair and Nail Salon LLC, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Lincoln College, Big R, Stacy Family Pharmacy, St. Clara's Manor, BD Milling Company, Eaton Corporation, James Hair Salon, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Bright Idea Screen Printing and Embroidery, Headline Salon LLC, Family Custom Cleaners, Laundry, Tanning and U-Haul, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, and Dr. Betsy Ulrich, Sugar Creek Orthodontics.